welcome to Community Service. This is part 6 of an Onyx Path premiere game of the brand new Trinity Continuum Aberrant 2.0 rules system. My name is Kyle, and I am the host, producer, and story guide for this game. Community Service is a 10 to 11 part weekly 2-hour event that starts at 10 p.m. Mountain every Tuesday from now until the end of the year. You can usually find me up here in Twitter or in podcast land, where I put out about 10 podcasts a month, and Tavern Tales Jr., and Morty's Devils are all of the titles of those, but they can all be found at www.taverntales.ca or wherever you would normally get your podcasts. I'm super excited to have people in chat tonight, and I'm going to be asking questions to get your help in things. I need a couple people who work for the customer service team at They Make Tomorrow team, and I forgot the name off the top of my head. What a wonderful intro here. They are called something Society, guys. Project Utopia. Project Utopia. Thanks, friends. So, I need a couple of service reps. Can you just give me some descriptors, some adjectives, some colorful words for these people who are going to be there helping out, maybe passing around some hors d'oeuvres and appetizers? I know Subway has been sponsoring this meetup for all of these community service members because Paige's character, who is sadly not able to make it today, has eaten about 40 footlongs in the 20 minutes that she had before her character had to go off and test her powers. So, Let's get down to it and start with some news from our sponsors. Onyx Path has released Mummy the Curse, the 2.0 version of the classic World of Darkness supplement book that I know I read cover to cover when it first came out in 2013 after it was revamped from the 2001's Mummies The Resurrection, which I also read cover to cover. One of these days I'm going to have to play in or run a mummy game, but with only 8 days to go and over 200% funded. Help them unlock just a few more stretch goals and join the fun today. Ending soon, 8 days left. So let's kick things off with the players, as I always like to do.
Hi, I am Nat. I am the host of the Meta Machina podcast, and as well as Halo Raylo. You can find all that information on my Twitter at Ashes for Foxes. I am playing Ash, your resident nightmare of a individual who is currently finding out that the last mini bottle they brought into the facility is Jägermeister. Nobody likes Jägermeister.
Glad they're not a sponsor. Hi, I'm Carl Jordan. I am on Twitter as RPG Carl. You can find me here on Tuesday nights. You can find me on Wednesdays on the We Are Nerdsmith channel doing a City of Mist live stream called Obscurum, where we're all playing in 1950 style black and white noir game with superpowers.
Hi everybody, I'm Sarah. You can find me on Twitter at RNL, right above my head here. I play Samantha here every Tuesday, and I play one-shots periodically with We Are Nerdsmith. This is currently the only game that I am live streaming. You can also find me on Twitch here at Ars Mythica. I am currently playing Samantha, who is a archaeology doctoral hopeful to find her own dig in Egypt and become like a millionaire famous archaeologist one day. Currently, I'm costuming an NPC, though.
Hi, everyone. I'm Velvet, she, her. I'm playing Isabella Sterling, like the silver. Just a small girl in a big world trying to make a silver spoon out of plastic. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, as well as Stories of a Broken Sun, as Kyle's sister on Flight Risk, Christy on Fangirls, and then Morty's Devils as well.
Well, I'm super excited to kick things off pretty much exactly where we left things last game. However, I will make one suggestion for everyone in chat that any subscriptions or bits that are thrown at us today will lead to an enhancement. added to whatever role the players choose to make next in the game. And what's great about this Trinity Continuum system is that as the story guide, I don't call for checks, I don't call for rolls. I will present them with a scenario, and it's up to them to determine whether or not they're going to make a play or make a roll or just role play. That's on them to make the determination as to how they want to use those stats in the check. It's not like Dungeons and Dragons where I'll ask them to make a perception check or to make a dexterity athletics saving throw or whatnot. They're the ones who are going to tell me, you know what, that bullet's coming towards me, but I want to use intelligence science on my check. And then I get to parse that and come up with the system as to what are some of the complications that could arise from making use of those two skills when someone is shooting you with a gun. So, that being said, subscribe today, join the fun, and let's start things off. Fitz has finally brought our last person back, and everyone is there, including Jess, for the customer service individual's arrival. So who does this customer service person look? Who are they? What do they look like? Let's start with some easy things. Let's go with Nat. What is their name?
Georgie.
Great. And what's an adjective to describe this person, Sarah?
Bouncy.
Okay.
Bouncy Georgie.
Velvet, using these bits for that individual, can you describe a little bit about what they look like?
They very closely resemble Danny DeVito.
Okay. Awesome. They resemble Danny DeVito. And what's something interesting that they're wearing, Carl, that your character immediately perks up on?
A giant lapel flower.
Cool. I want to know more about that flower later. Awesome. While I figure out how to portray this person accurately, let's just skip outside the world that we're playing in right now. This scene that we're at downtown Los Angeles in the Project Utopia's floor of this government building, to some of the scenes that are happening outside, to some of the interviews that are being conducted at the 11 o'clock news tonight, or maybe are being replayed from the 11 o'clock news. These are interviews that happened potentially over the internet or live camera feeds of the incident and the activities this evening. Some people have called in, and some people have been sought out when the identities of the Community Service 5 were leaked, and all of your superhero names, which you can see are listed up in orange around you. I should have left pages there. I will find that and put it back. But you can see there's some interviews that are happening, and so I have some interview questions if we have some of these NPCs that are of relative import available for questioning. So could we do that, do you think, folks? I see Carl is about to be interviewed for the character of Liz. Velvet's lucky and gets to be 2. I see that Sarah's already dressed as Velma, correct? So
Yes, correct.
We'll flip you out to Velma, and I will ask my questions now. The first question is, we zoom in and we can see the Velma is standing there. Can you describe how Velma is standing, how she looks, what is her emotional state?
She is very well composed. She's it's kind of a facade. You can tell that she's fake composed. She's really excited to be on TV, and very concerned about her tenant.
Excellent. Where is she standing? What's the outside area look like for the behind you where the camera's filming?
Oh, she's sitting on a bench with lots of flowers around her in front of the apartment complex. Very much in a position where the cameras would show the landscaping of the apartment complex that she is the landlady of.
Did you get a young interviewer or an older interviewer?
An older one.
Great. So the interviewer, sorry, you said older?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The interviewer says, we're interviewing Velma. She apparently knows one of the community service 5. Velma, you're on with KPCN the 5 at 5 live.
Oh, we're live.
Yes, we are. Can you tell us your name for those listening at home?
My name is Velma.
Velma.
Oh, you can just call me Velma.
Right. We're here with Velma. And you can see the cameras passing back and forth because they're an old hat and making sure that everyone sounds great on the Live at 5. And he says, oh, wait, actually, Nat, what is I already asked you for a name already. So, Velvet, what is the name of this reporter?
Walter Concrete.
Walter Concrete or Walter Concrete?
Concrete.
Okay. This is Walter Concrete speaking with Velma live on the 5. And Velma is apparently a landlady, is it?
Yes. I run these apartments behind us. They're beautiful, beautiful apartments.
For one of the community service 5. Tell us, how do you know this individual?
Oh, Velvet. Oh, Isabella Sterling. Like the silver, she's one of my most prized tenants. She's a
Prized
star
how?
tenant.
Prized how?
Pardon? Prized. Oh, well, I am a fashion designer, and she shows my fashions off for me. She wears them for her friends, you see.
How do you feel about the orange jumpsuit that she's been filmed in repeatedly wearing?
Well, it's not one of my designs, but we'll discuss it when I meet with her.
And what do you think of her being called Edge and these superpowers that people are saying she has?
Well, I don't know anything about that. I'm a fashion designer. You see, I work a lot on fashion.
And how do you feel about people having superpowers, Velma?
Oh. Well, I hadn't really considered it, but I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's fantastic. I think that they should all come to me for their costume designs. I am available 24 hours a day.
Costumes? So people with superpowers should be dressing up in costumes now?
Well, haven't you ever read a comic book or watched that TV show with that handsome young man? What do they call him? Superman?
Now, Velma, this is real life, not fiction. People don't go around leaping buildings in a single bound wearing capes.
Oh, no capes. Capes are bad. Capes are out.
If you had anything to say to Isabella Sterling, or The Edge, as we like to call her here on Live at the 5, what would you say?
Isabella, darling, come home.
This is Walter Concrete, cementing the truth. I probably could have said something like paving the way, or
I love you both so much.
building foundations.
Hard-hitting journalism.
Yes. Cool. Well, that's it for Velma. Let's move on to our next interview here, and that is with Velvet, where you're playing Trisha. Who is the interviewer, Carl?
A young female investigative reporter.
Okay, sure. Yeah. What's an adjective to describe her, Nat?
Hard hitting.
I love it. Hi, this is Sandy Beach for Channel 8, The Ocho. Kyle's just trying to...
you can do it, Kyle.
Yep. I'm here live with Trisha, a known friend and associate of one of the Community Service 5. Tell us, how do you know this individual, Trisha? And let's describe Trisha, since I don't know how have we met Trisha yet? Trisha's the sponsor, right?
Right, very briefly. So Trisha Gold is the head of the Golden Agency that oversees, manages, and builds up a lot of the talent around LA. And she's a short woman, but dresses very extravagantly. Basically, think Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada. She's got like a very, I don't have the wig because I couldn't find my wig cap, but she's got like a very sleek bob, like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. And these glasses.
And where are we standing right now, Trisha?
We are, of course, at the front of the Golden Agency.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Do we see?
In fact,
the
we are
golden
inside.
arches?
We are inside, and yes, every single doorway is a golden arch.
Yes. There's 3 arches, right, to avoid copyright?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, perfect. So, I'll ask my question again. This is Sandy Beaches. Who on the Community Service 5 do you know?
Oh, well, the darling girl with the super speed and the super strength. That's one of our most treasured clients. Her name is Jess. And not only is she a star student athlete, but as you can see, she's also the Gauntlet.
Are you telling
Obviously,
us that the Gauntlet is the same person who is on the current summer edition box of Wheaties?
The one and only.
Do you believe that she's always had these superpowers? Are all of her past prestigious awards and acclaim and scholarships similarly attributed? Has she been cheating all along with superhuman ability?
I won't comment further on the matter, but I do ask you to consider that if she did have these abilities all along, she would have been doing much bigger things than running cross country from her school.
Well, perhaps she's just hiding things in order to gain a bit of acclaim and a name for herself. And then when opportunity struck, she's now struck gold, as it were, with this Gauntlet fervor.
I haven't seen you on the news before, and Here, I'll give you some advice, sweetie. If you can hit hard from the get-go, you don't wait for opportunities. You make them. Next question.
That's it for Sandy Beaches here on the Ocho with Trish Golding.
Before she's able to come out, she's going to reach for the microphone.
Okay.
And on the subject, if there are any other metahumans in the LA area, you can contact us at this number if you require any representation.
She wrestles the microphone back from you and she says, "That's it from the Ocho." When you said this number, did you hold up a business card or a giant placard that somebody was waiting to display behind you?
The latter makes more sense.
Okay.
Just the poor intern was the big sign.
Okay, perfect. I love it. Okay. Next, we have Nat playing Cristal like the champagne. Great. Let's see. Who this is going to be. Yeah, I think I know the person who's interviewing Nat. So where did they find Cristal like the champagne?
In a hotel suite, wearing very well put together. Looks a little bit like Natasha Lyonne. And you can tell that stuff happened in the hotel room, but they've cleared a relative area near where they have that table in the suite that nobody ever uses except for to put stuff on. And there's a nice tea service, and she's holding a mimosa and looks like, She's woken up, but she's okay.
Cool. And Sarah, what TV station is this that's interviewing Crystal?
WKRZ.
It's a radio station.
It's a radio
Just kidding.
station.
It's now a TV station too.
They're really branching out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Crystal. I'm here with Crystal, like the champagne. This is Arthur Bright, the light shining at night, on WKRZ, our internet television program. We're lucky to get this interview. She came forward to us recently to let us know that she knows one of the Community Service 5. Tell us, who amongst the 5 do you know there, Crystal, like the champagne?
Isabella Sterling. We've been good friends for a long time, and just wanted to say that, you know, I've watched her star rise so high, like so high.
Yes, she is an erudite. She's a, she's of the proletariat. She's a high society.
I would say she's more of the bourgeoisie, okay? We're not going to diss her like that.
I mean, we're just saying she's elite. She's upper crust.
Yes.
Right, of course. And I'd like to shine some light on the subject of your relationship with Velvet, if you could, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, she's kind of a...
I mean, Isabella.
It's kind of a mystery person. You know, you would see her one day at an art gallery, and then the next day you'd see her shopping in a bodega. She just has that range. And I think that, you know, a few of my friends and a few of her friends and some people in our common circles here are going to be working on a documentary specifically on how she's come to be the person that she is today.
Do you think that she's always been this sort of supernatural creature, or has this just been an event that's caused what's always been lurking inside to unfold?
Well, we did do that seance one time, so I would say that definitely a supernatural creature is on the table.
Excellent. And how do you feel about super-powered people walking about the streets these days?
I think they're really cool. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, who wouldn't want to have a superpower? But, you know, like, I just, you know, I'm waiting to see, because I feel like it's just orange jumpsuits and like giant people on fire wasn't what I imagined with that kind of stuff.
Fair. How do you feel about the state control that may be imposed upon people of supernatural ability? Do you think that the state has a right to dictate their abilities?
You could see the hamster wheel in her head turning. You know, I never studied political science, but I would say that, you know, whatever kind of funding that they can get for better outfits and for more publicity, you know, power to them.
Indeed. And what do you think of these people if we're not controlling and regulating them? That will they not just take over society and control us? I mean, they are better, stronger, faster. Some might say smarter, more beautiful.
Just like live your best life, right? I mean, I know I do. So,
well, not all are content to do so. You know.
I guess I just don't understand the question.
That's fair. Maybe it was a bit beyond the pale. So, Crystal, is there anything you'd like to say to your friend Isabella when she's going through this difficult time?
Call me when you get a chance. I have lots of ideas, and so does, Fred and sorry, Diamante. Like, everybody has been talking about you in the clubs, and we're really looking forward to your stories about like how you came to this. And we've got like a few of our contacts with some video work and stuff. So we're gonna get that documentary started, girl. We're going.
Well, you put it here for us. This is Arthur Bright, the Shining Light on KPRZ. And I'd just like to close by saying that it is not every day that people of better skill and ability have made their way known in the world. And so I'd like to have the normal people, the average people, make sure that you represent yourselves the best you can, lest we be taken over. And that just cuts dead. With Crystal looking like, what?
What?
Dang, I didn't click over.
I love you, Nat.
That was a weird one, Kyle. Okay.
I loved it.
I made every mouth noise I possibly could.
It's perfect.
The shining light in the night. Then we move back to Velvet, who is playing Dallas.
Switch my glasses.
My glasses. And we
Pick color can change.
end with Carl. And the interesting outfit that Carl is doubtlessly sweating in at this point. I have the exact same scarf. Dallas. Where is Dallas? Who is Dallas?
Dallas, they're a friend of Ash's, and they're currently they got caught exiting the club after performing a set.
Okay, so they're outside a club. Is it loud and boisterous? Or is it quiet then and we're off a side street?
Definitely off the side street.
Cool. We've had kind of a weird internet former radio station turned TV station. We've had two of the main competitors on the evening news. Who haven't we had? We had any like national news coverage yet? Slick major reporters sort of thing?
Yeah, we like the slick out of towner.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's what we'll do. Guy who's been flown in directly for it. I've come up with a couple of these silly names. Does somebody have a silly name for me for a slick reporter? That you
Rick Swordfire.
You always want to go with Rick Swordfire. You're in the scene. I'll
Love
give it
that
to
name.
the other three players.
Jack, Jumping Jack.
Jumping Jack. And because there's a momentum track, I'm going to give him the last name of Momentum. Jumpin' Jack Momentum.
Oh, that's luck.
And Jack Momentum is on what channel, Carl? What national channel does he represent? Is he on MSNBC or Fox?
Oh no, Fox
Those are our
News.
choices. Let's go with Fox News.
Totally.
Okay, I'll see if I can.
See how conservative you can spin it.
Just be
You don't know
afraid
who
the
I
whole
grew up
time.
with. I grew up in conservative Alberta, Canada. So it's like not nearly as conservative. It's maybe like Colorado level of conservative.
Yeah.
That's Canadian conservatism right there for you. Colorado, the most conservative we can get. But I will try.
Well, Colorado's actually pretty conservative.
I was raised there.
Yeah.
Conservatively.
No.
Oh.
All right, we're outside a club. We're meeting with Dallas. Okay, yes. And 3, 2. This is Jack Momentum with Fox, coming to you live here in Los Angeles after the blight, the strange eruption, the event that has transpired and occurred this evening. We note that after the 5 people that were seen on the highway and once again later before the plane exploded, have had several contacts here in Los Angeles. This is Jack Momentum, and I'm interviewing Dallas, one of the knowers of the famous Fab 5 community service members. Dallas, Jack Momentum here. Who is it that you know?
Oh, yo, I don't know how much you've been keeping up, but Ash, Lucent, that's my dem, yo. Like, they're repping for us out there.
Lucent. Yes, interesting how the world has already happened upon famous superheroic names for these people that could very well be criminals. Dallas, how is it that you know this, Lucent?
Well, Lucent, they're part of our band.
A band, you say? Rebels, anarchists?
Sounds about right. Power to the people.
How long have you known this, Lucent, Dallas? How long has this insurgent been working amongst you?
Whoa. That's... When we're going from 0 to 100 there real quick, my man. Listen, you're right up here.
Well, that plane went from
And-
100 to 0 this evening, Dallas, and if it weren't for the actions of those friends, I don't think that it would have exploded at all.
I mean, I'm no aeronautics expert, but pretty sure when something that's supposed to be up there hits down here, the boom's kind of inedible. Inevitable, that's the word.
Yes, and we're all concerned as to how many edibles you've already eaten this evening, Dallas. But nonetheless, as one of the few people who's known Lucent prior to this event this evening, is that what we're calling it? My producer's telling me that that is, in fact, what we're calling it.
The event, I dig it. Yeah, I've known Ash for a long time. We started a band together. They're always crashing on my couch. Like, we're tight.
Tight. Indeed. And what sort of rabble-rouser is this Lucent? Fox has determined and found news that this individual's not as squeaky clean as we were led to believe by the rest of the media. That Fox has determined that this individual, Ash, if that is their name, has in fact changed their name several times, gone by multiple aliases. If that's not the sort of hallmark of a criminal, I don't know.
I mean, they're the best kind of rabble rouser. Like, Dallas has not even been my name for that long. Like, you keep the same name for so long. Like, you change it up every once in a while.
To hide your past, is that it, Dallas? What does Ash have to hide now that they are going by the name Lucent?
What's this hiding part, man? Like, are you on social media at all? Like, it doesn't matter what I changed the handle to. You can scroll back and look. Not hiding anything.
Not hiding anything except the truth. Back to you, Rick.
What? They just look confused.
That's right, Carl. Squeaky clean. Well, they were all in orange jumpsuits. Rick Swordfire's like, and now the weather.
Good old Rick Swordfire.
So we have two. You said not Alex was in this list for reporting, but I don't.
No, I was saying that's who was going to make a documentary.
Oh yes. We need to now go to our last interview of the evening, and that is with Carl, who is portraying Liz. So let me see if I can flip this so that everybody can see that while they're following along at home. Perfect. Where are we, Liz?
We are right outside of the college library.
Outside the college library? I love it. Okay, so we're outside the college library. It's later on in the evening. It's Sandy Beaches again, because that just seems like what she would do, right? Like, she's getting every single interview she possibly can, and she's like, this one wasn't far away. So we'll cut right in. Give us a description of Liz for us.
Liz is very from the coast of California, and she grew up with money, you know, not to brag, but she looks like she's recently been injured. She has her arm in a cast.
Oh my. This is Sandy Beaches with the Ocho. I'm here with another member of the Community Service 5. We're hoping to get an interview with the five themselves. If you're listening at all, please reach out to me. Our number is available at the bottom of the screen. We are, of course, interviewing as many individuals who know the Fabulous Five, as I've come to call them, over the last several hours. And we're here this evening out front of the public library where Liz, a good friend of one of the five, has come forward. Liz, tell us, how do you know the Fab Five?
Oh, I grew up with Samantha. I don't know what they're calling her. I haven't watched the news very much, but I hope she's okay.
From all intents and purposes, they're calling her Mesmer.
Oh.
It's not clear as to why, however, that is what was said on the street during the YouTube video when Mesmer reached out and spoke to people with her mind.
Oh, gosh. Well, she's always been very smart.
How long have you known Samantha for?
Since we were little.
Truly. And you've grown up together, high school, college?
Yeah, yes. We've been, well, we were inseparable until recently.
And what do you do, Liz?
I go to school.
Taking what?
I suppose painkillers isn't what you're looking for.
Not at the moment.
Mostly math and history classes.
And what was Samantha taking at school?
Oh, she's studying archaeology.
Archaeology. And has she stood out in her field before? Or is this new ability, these new powers that she seems to have acquired today, are they newfound?
Oh, she's always stood out. Yeah, ask anybody. She's usually the center of attention among all of us.
Interesting. I wonder then if these are latent powers or if they are truly something that were only resolved today with this eruption, as they're calling it.
I don't know. Is it dangerous?
That remains to be seen. Liz, tell us more about Mesmer.
You mean Samantha?
If that's what you wish to call her, yes.
She's nice. Yeah, she doesn't want to hurt anybody. Yeah. We've been friends a really long time.
Indeed, a very, very long time. And no doubt you probably have some dirt, some information as to who Samantha is and what she might be capable of. Remember that Samantha is serving community service for crimes against the city. It says bad things if people who are committing crimes are the ones that are gaining superpowers, no?
Well, it wasn't like a crime like she did it on purpose or anything. It was an accident.
It was an accident, you say?
Yeah, she wouldn't hurt anybody.
Oh, she hurt someone.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
Would you care to tell us who she hurt, Liz?
No, that's okay.
But if the injured party could say something to Samantha, to Mesmer right now, what would that injured party say?
Probably to be really careful and probably that there's still a lot of people that care about you. Just maybe call me.
Do you think that Mesmer's the type of person who doesn't know when people care about her?
Well, I haven't heard from her in a while.
Interesting, but you are close friends.
Yes. We were inseparable.
Do you think that Samantha's the type of person that would hurt people on purpose or by accident and not work for forgiveness?
Oh, no, of course not. That's why she's doing community service.
Right, but that's mandated by the city. Forgiveness comes from the victim. Doesn't it, Liz?
Maybe. Just if you're listening, Samantha, I do miss you. So be safe.
And for those of you at home, this is Sandy Beaches, signing off for tonight unless we can find one more brave soul to speak up in regards to this Fab Five, as we start to wonder how fabulous are these people with the victims they've left by the wayside. And
Damn,
that
Sandy.
is our series of interviews with some of these NPCs we haven't had much of a chance to get to know yet as we work our way towards the end of what this chronicle is going to look like. As our players get back into their regular form and regular countenances, the goal at this point is they're going to be introduced to the customer service rep. So I'm going to check stream chat to see if we've got any customer service rep bits. Just usually a lot of conversation about my Colorado is conservative comment. Is Utah higher up than Colorado? Is it closer to Canada, or is it around the same level? I don't know your state locations very well.
It's around the same level. It's to the west.
Oh, okay. So they're probably just the same as Colorado.
They're not.
They probably are. They're just all Mormons.
They're very not.
I mean, they are Mormons.
I mean, they're Mormon.
There's Mormons.
They're just Mormon Coloradans.
No.
Oh, man.
I like that you assume political affiliation by longitude. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Love it.
closeness of, I mean, it's probably like this. You wouldn't know it if you left Utah and entered Colorado. It looked probably exactly the same.
No, it's actually pretty different.
Yeah, I don't see anything that I've really got here for the customer service rep. So they are, it's Georgie that's going to enter first because that makes perfect sense. So the five of you are sitting around. Jess is eating yet another sandwich. We'll just assume Jess isn't speaking because Jess is eating sandwiches. And we'll go with the four of you sitting there, and you're alone at this particular moment. You've all completed your testing as we did at the end of last game. There are several minutes of silence, and yeah, take things away.
No one sign anything until we've broken them.
What? Sign? What? Are we supposed to like sign something?
I don't. You have to sign a lot of things with the feds. We haven't signed anything yet, so I'm thinking
I'm
it's
not
the calm
signing
before the storm.
anything. They've got my verbal agreement already, but I don't need a not this paper exchange is not happening here. I need a lawyer, and I'm not gonna bother with that.
Maybe I could be our lawyer. Don't sign in your real name either. I assume bureaucrats are like the Fae. Don't give them your real names.
No one knows my true name, dude. That's like number one.
Perfect.
What are you talking about? You think they're going to want us to sign stuff?
Yeah, I bet they take our DNA and our fingerprints and everything like that. They're gonna go in some database and then, get checked if we're like aliens or something, right? Isn't that how it works?
Huh.
That's why I told them my blood was acid when we met them.
Isn't anybody else
Smart.
kind of weirded out by that room?
Yeah, what did your rooms look like?
Oh, mine looked like an old laboratory.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it was just like a classroom. They even had math problems on a chalkboard.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't get that room.
They're already reading our minds. You can see it. It's nothing. Yeah, I knew that they had this technology a long time ago, but everybody is convinced that I was just like, coming down from mushrooms or something.
Hey, how hard is it to get someone's DNA? You
Not
really
hard.
think that's a thing?
Not hard. Dude, they've got your. Haven't you watched any of those crime shows? It's like they've got robots and stuff that I don't know.
I definitely haven't seen any robots. I think I'd remember robots.
What if the robots look like people?
Samantha,
What if all the people typing were
Oh,
robots?
don't you like use DNA and like uncovering mummies and stuff like that? Like, isn't that your
I
job?
mean, yeah, we do some DNA testing.
See, if an underfunded university's got that technology, what do you think the feds got? You know, probably can read your entire genome in like a second or something.
Right.
I'm surprised they haven't taken us to the Area 51 or something.
That would be cool. We should ask if they can do that.
We can break the aliens out. They'll probably think I'm one of them. I can get us in.
I would really love to see what they have in there.
Mm-hmm. I heard if you just Naruto run inside, they won't catch you.
Where was that?
It's a
Do you guys really want to go there?
whoa. Oh, okay.
Oh,
And a short, stocky guy enters the CSR, look, enters the room that you're in, sees the big pile of sandwiches and waves to Jess, has a harmonica in hand, and he says, "How's it going there?"
Hi. How you doing?
Good, good. How you doing?
I'm having a really strange day.
Yeah. Leo, is it?
I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Its name's Georgie. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Seemed like a really friendly guy, Georgie.
That's right. I'm with customer service here at Project Utopia.
Oh, all right. Does that make us customers?
Yeah, so to speak.
I want to see the manager.
You got him.
Hey. I like him already.
Can I upgrade my plan to get those specialty channels that you got to pay extra for the package for? Maybe a faster internet speed while we're at it?
Hey, are you Ash?
No. Yes.
Cool. You already going by Lucent then, or is Ash good?
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Cool. Yeah.
How was you pronouncing it?
I don't know.
That's cool. Yeah, Lucent means like a glowing with light.
Okay, cool. I didn't take Latin, so I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Yeah, neither did I, eh?
So Georgie, you said.
That's right. Hey, you was Samantha, no?
Yes.
You already
So-
going by Mesmer or what?
What exactly does customer service for Project Utopia do?
Yeah, it's a catch-all kind of term. It's all new. It's all a whole big ball of wax here. It's melting everywhere, trying to hold it all together. Bad analogy. Nonetheless, just wanted to come by, and customer service is kind of a way to let you know we'll take care of you. You got some difficulties coming up here with all these strange things happening to you. It's kind of like a post-puberty sort of thing, right? So I'm here to help you out. I've got some apartments we can set aside, put away for you. They're on the top floor, penthouse of this building here, and town cars, things like that. Made arrangements with the family members that we could figure out close loved ones that you've got that are nearby and around here in town. And we called them up and brought them here and have a conversation, chats with you, kind of see how things are going and let them know that you're okay. And at the end of the day, you're going to be looked after, taken care of. And I'm also here to help negotiate with the city on your behalf. I heard some things already about how's the, what do you say, the whole thing, the mayor and the community hours and the service and all that stuff. She's talking about hardball with y'all, and I'm here to play you straight and help you out.
Cool. Like a manager and a butler.
And customer service.
I haven't had that good of a relationship with customer service in the past, so we're just gonna call you a butler because you're cool.
Okay. That's how it's gonna be. All right. Okay then.
I gotta say, I haven't been that worried about everything that's going on. I mean, like, it hasn't hurt much or anything until you made the line about like going through puberty again. Now I'm a little worried.
well, there's like starts and stops at these superpowers. The thing's gonna happen. You're gonna not know what you're doing. Maybe you punch a little harder than you thought. Voice goes a little higher than you thought it could. Maybe you break a pane of glass or two. And I'm here to help take care of that collateral damage that you might be running into down the road in the exercise of your God-given abilities.
Right.
Thank you. Would you like a sandwich, Georgie?
Oh, no, I'm good. I ate.
So you'll fix anything that we end up breaking, like on that wall over there? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to be able to fix everything, but I'm going to try to put my best spin on it. I'm going to try to service the needs of you all as best I can and treat you right. Now, you go about and start killing people, we might need to, look at renegotiating contracts.
Fair.
Oh. Hey, you were right. He mentioned contracts.
Well, I mean, there's nothing in writing here. Nothing in writing. That's not what I'm talking about here. It's all verbal. It's all, how best we can help you and then we better society by bettering each other. That's how it's all about.
We want insurance, merchandise rights, and holidays off.
Merchandise rights. That's smart.
Well, there's a lot of topics there right in front. Let's talk about insurance. Right now, you're just a normal human being walking about. I do know some people who would be able to properly set you up on insurance and whatnot, and we can have a conversation about what you think you might be doing and what your powers are capable of. I get the word from Fitz. He's going to generate a report and let me know. We'll talk about insurability. Somebody like Gauntlet over there may be a bit harder to insure than somebody like, I don't know, old man Leo.
Better ensure that arm like a movie star, man.
Leo, you looked a lot older when I saw you on that YouTube video. You look like you were pushing 70.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just saying, you look a little, sprier than I was picturing from that YouTube video. Yeah, you don't say? He looks at Isabella for agreement.
Maybe it's the lightning. You're like the Energizer Bunny now. Can you charge my phone?
I don't know. You want to try?
Yeah.
You better insure your phone first.
If you all are trying to charge a phone, what are you doing about that?
Attempting to zap it with lightning.
This is what we've come to. My mustache can't even stick.
Go to town.
Well, just imagine
the screen
it's
is cracked
on.
and it's always on like 1% at all times somehow.
The phone's at 1%. It's fine. It's fine.
It lives at 1% for forever. No, even better. It lives at the spirally dead screen for forever. It's not dead. It's not alive.
It's much worse. Thanks.
It's just got the AT&T logo.
So you all have some questions about maybe what we can do for you and how we can help.
Yeah. Let's start with, what can you do for us?
Well, we can set you up with a place to stay. I already got some people here for you. I can talk to the mayor on your behalf. If you want to become full-fledged members of Project... No, sorry, Kyle's getting that wrong. Of the Project Utopia, that would be great.
I don't know. I think most of us actually already have a place to stay and in town.
Speak for yourself.
All right. So they might need a place to stay.
I heard penthouse.
yeah, if you're looking to head out, I know some of your family members and people you live near or live with are here. They're ready to talk to you. I would recommend offer that for the next couple of days at the very least, you take us up on our offer of staying here at the apartments we've set up for you. Just because going back home now with powers still in flux, not knowing how or what the extent of your eruption is it can be a damaging and dangerous thing.
Do you know if my daughter's here?
Your daughter's Mandy, right?
Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna get her next week.
Oh. She kind of ran off. Do you know if she's okay?
Word is out. We're looking for her.
All right. So anyway, back to the things you can do for us. What about getting us out of community service?
That I cannot do. You owe a debt to the city.
All right.
What about changing the nature of our community service?
You don't want to pick up trash on the street no more?
Seems like overkill.
I think fuck no would be a really good answer to that.
Well, that's the one, folks. Sarah stole it.
Yeah, Sarah.
Let's see. Yeah, he says, okay, let's get put the cart before the horse here about this mishap on the freeway when all your eruptions started happening. You were working.
Can we call it something else than an eruption? That just sounds nasty. Okay, I'm just gonna an event. I don't care. But
we're calling it the debut from now on.
Yeah.
You call it what you want. That's fine by me. So, mishap on the freeway. You're picking trash to the best of your abilities because you're a hard-working individual who's paying off your debt to society. Picking up the trash, a bunch of stuff happens, right? Crazy, weird things, sky goes dark. I've heard it all. Across the street, across the freeway from you, bunch of prisoners. Stuff starts happening with them, from what we can tell. City is starting to paint this angle that if you're the heroes that you are purporting to be, or how society is viewing you, I mean, I don't know if you want to call yourselves heroes or not, that's up to you. But as you are viewed as heroes from the heroic actions of the plane incident, and it seems like many of you are good people at heart. I had a conversation with the mayor, Ms. O'Greer, nice lady, and she tells me that word is that from the police and whatnot, several prisoners on that prison bus, they done escaped, got off into the street, into Walmarts and in them little area there across the street. Started making a ruckus. Turns out some of them on camera have also got superpowers. These are not good people. Some of them are in jail serving multiple sentences for murder and other horrible, horrible crimes. So I've spoken with the mayor. We have agreed that commuting of your sentence and the commuting of these 198 remaining hours, 196 remaining hours. She wasn't really clear how many hours remained. I think because, your lady turned into goo and it never came back from being goo. More on that in a bit. That if you were to instead pursue these prisoners, bring them in and return them to prison where they are supposed to be serving their time, we would commute most of, if not all, of your hours of community service. Discuss.
You want us to go after bad guys?
I mean, isn't there some kind of modicum of training involved in that kind of thing? Because, like, I don't think any of us here are qualified for the level of, like, thing you're asking. And it kind of sounds like you're sending us on a suicide mission. And I need a montage before I can even consider that.
I don't know the drugs that they're doing at these like ecstasy dens or whatnot, but if you need montage, I'll get it.
It's very kind of you, but what I meant is like a Rocky montage, Eye of the Tiger style. I don't think, this group's kind of useless. No offense to present party, whatever, but we just kind of fell into this.
Yeah. See, they're talking about needing training because it's dangerous, and none of us have ever gone after bad guys before. Just because we got superpowers doesn't make us superheroes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've actually gone after bad guys before, but I've had hip surgery since then.
Okay, so one of the 5 of us has gone after bad guys before.
I retired.
You try to get out, Leon, they always pull you right back in.
I drive a cab now. Why can't I just drive a cab? That serves the community. And what about Chloe Berry?
Why do we care about Chloe? She turned into goo. He just said that she's
and she never turned back. If that's what getting some kind of powers for her happened, then maybe it's an indication that there is still danger for us.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it that way, but now I'm gonna have nightmares. Thanks.
Maybe she didn't get powers. Maybe it was whatever that like chemical was. Maybe it just melted her.
I don't know. I got it on me too. It didn't melt me. My clothes started.
Have you tried putting her in a freezer? Maybe once she's solid, she'll be there.
Well, maybe you had powers before the goo hit
You gonna
us?
put her in a Chloe Berry mold and put her in the freezer?
She might be like Odo. It takes like forever for her to figure out how to get her shape, like just give her some time, some nice music.
Who?
You never watched DS9, man? Come on. It's the best
Maybe
show
it's
to
like
watch.
Jello. Put her in a bunch of tiny molds and you'll have like a little army of Chloe Berries.
I thought like all old people watched Star Trek. Is that not true?
People that don't have jobs and get high every day watch Star Trek too. Don't discriminate.
Well, I mean, I'm not discriminating. I'm just saying. I thought all old people watched it.
That's ageist.
What about those other guys? Ricky and Joe.
Yeah, so it turns out they never got no powers, and they're just going about their day to day, and they have to continue to do their hours of community service.
Cool.
How they feel about that?
I didn't ask. I don't. Not really. They didn't come here. They're not brought here. I don't.
Can you tell us about like what kind of information they've figured out on these supposedly supervillain types that ended up at a Walmart?
Yeah, there were some bad guys.
That's pretty, that's not really specific. Was it like powers and just, details like this would change my mind about, going into certain death.
Sure,
some dossiers.
I mean, you were interested in doing it. I'm certain the city and Project Utopia will gladly put some stuff together for you and put things in place. I just want you to know that Project Utopia is working on putting together a super team. We're going to call it something like Team Today, the Group of Tomorrow. We're still workshopping that. Maybe Team Tomorrow. I don't know. and consider this exercise of these 198 hours in pursuit of these criminals, that if you wanted to get into the superhero business, licensing contracts, money, things like that, if that's something that interests you, I can put you in touch with certain people following the interview that this that they would consider this service to be done as.
Okay, so say that we agree and we are going to go after these bad guys.
That's great.
Just hypothetically, do we get like Kevlar body armor? Do we like, because some of us are still squishy? You know, do we get like weapons? Do we get training? Or are we going in just as we are with no help?
Or it's community service. I mean, I'll gladly provide you with some of the things you might need. You're out there picking trash, not with your bare hands. You get the little stabby thing. We'll give you the stabby thing.
We're going to go after these villains with the stabby thing.
It looks like they're trying to
Look, Carl. Look, Leo. I'm making a metaphor here. It's an analogy. I'm making a comparison. The trash are the supervillains. The stabby thingy is the things you need to pick up the supervillain trash. Such a bright guy.
We need to talk to
right, we're not getting a literal trash stabby. It's like we're getting the equipment necessary for the job.
You got it. Smart lady.
All right, fine. Then yes, I will agree.
I know there's a very heavy emphasis on, community service and this sort of, debt to the city for things we allegedly did. But will Project Utopia be providing any sort of compensation?
No.
I mean, guys, we lock these guys up in a week, then our community service is done.
Yeah,
you got that right.
True.
Cool. I have some notes here that just because you can see the top here with the black mustache that fell off. Georgie definitely has this big blonde mullet. And he is also wearing a navy blue secondhand suit. The jacket is a little too big for him. The pants a little too long for him. But he's wearing these green suspenders that he keeps pushing out with his thumbs like you normally do. Apparently he has a yellow bow tie. And yeah, that's what he's looking like. Oh, and he has nail polish on.
Ooh, nice.
And they are blue, green, yellow, blue, green on each of the fingers.
Eccentric. Well, okay. As long as we get all of the amenities, licensing, contract, or whatever.
I mean, it sounds like they're going to give us anything that we need.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I've got a place to stay for a little bit.
Yeah, I think I heard something about merchandising.
We demand all merchandising rights.
You're your own person. What sort of merchandising you doing here? You're not a fictitious character. You're gonna have to. You want to trademark yourself. You want to go do copyright and stuff. With people that can help with that. That's a thing you can do. It's gonna take time.
Sounds like a job for customer service.
Again, it's all driven on you.
Yeah, I think Georgie here is a great conduit to greater things, but yeah, I guess we'll do this, right? Is that everybody's agreement that we're gonna be doing this to just get out of picking trash? Because I might honestly pick trash.
How many criminals do we have to round up? Do we know?
Yeah, a bunch.
Helpful?
Yeah.
All right.
Very helpful.
Well, so the other side of this, guys, is that we may be more capable of bringing these guys in than the cops are, and if we don't do it, then they're going to hurt innocent people.
Are the cops involved here at all? This is my question. Like, do we have to work with the cops in order to do this, or is it going to be like a freelance mercenary kind of thing?
I mean, there's gonna be some hand in glove going on here. It's just one can't split hairs about it. Local law enforcement, FBI, they're all gonna be. I mean, prison guards as well, and their own people that they employ. Usually FBI to look into these sorts of things. That's all gonna be there. That's what's gonna happen. So, yep.
We kind of operating outside of the law here, or is it just like?
No, you get the full permission of the of the mayor of Los Angeles. So technically, cops are going to be working with you under her auspices, and as well, Project Utopia. We have we're an arm. We got an inside with the FBI. So technically, you'll be working inside jurisdiction.
Well, that's something.
So we're not like bounty hunters. We're like specialists, that have been brought in.
Government contractors, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're all superheroes for hire.
But not getting paid.
But not really superheroes yet, and not hired. So maybe that was a really bad example.
Right.
We're getting paid. It's just an alternate stream of revenue.
Yeah, but I mean, it needs to cap out at somewhere, because I don't really know if 200 hours of picking trash is worth putting my life on the line to bring in some rando who was like, you know, shotgunning a guard on the side of the highway. Okay, man, that's a lot. Like, you think that would be like one would get you out of it, but no, they want to surround up a bunch. Just a bunch.
when you put it in that perspective, this might actually be better than 200 hours of bending over on the side of the road.
I don't know.
Some of us aren't as spry anymore.
Think of it as a resume builder.
Oh God.
So
we get really famous doing this roundup, and then later we write books and sell shirts and action figures.
That's true. Action figures. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, we did really great together when we took on that, like, fire hydrant guy and, like, helped those people out of that plane. I think we work really well together. I think this could be a good thing.
Well, he said he could get me drugs, so we're just consider my buy-in.
Why are you still arguing?
Yeah, I guess so. So let's
Cool.
I'm gonna go take a nap over here. You guys sort it out, figure out what you guys want to do.
I just want to point out a couple of things during this scene, because we're playing and it's all in our imaginative headspaces, and people might be tuning in for the first time or whatnot, and we don't really have physical descriptions of these people. But I just want to point out that Ash has this dichotomy going on, that there's this juxtaposition here of two opposites, because while Ash seems like that and says the things that are like that ignorable youth-like fervor that's like really antagonistic and edgy, but Ash looks like a beautiful, sparkling person who you can't look away from. So when Ash speaks and is used to being like looked over or looked past or looked through, people don't do that anymore. There's no way, because sparkling, beautiful, transcendent human being here is talking and everyone takes notice. So that's the I always chuckle because I picture that in my head every time Nat starts to talk, and I get this like beautiful balance and it really like crunchiness in the scenes from that. And then we've got Isabella Sterling, who also is this like supermodel, Kim Kardashian style, with this kind of green tinge, who looks like poison ivy in some semblance of it, is also hard to look away from because of this like manipulative intimidation that just oozes off of her. She seems very dangerous. So when she makes these snarky, biting comments, they are genuinely hard to keep your self-esteem up when she says them. And then we've got Leo, who keeps talking about being an old man, but it's very apparent to all of you there is a lot less gray in Leo's beard than there was this afternoon. And Leo he talks about getting his hip replaced. He walks a lot more spryly than he did in the past. And then let's not forget that anytime Samantha speaks, it's almost like she drowns out anyone she's talking to because all of her words resound in your head directly. So anytime Samantha speaks, she's the only voice you can hear. This is the sort of thing we have to try to constantly maintain as we now wrap up anything that we've got here going on with Georgie. He's willing to set you all up with apartments here for the next couple of days, totally off the grid, of anything you want, room service, the works, for you to work through getting the rest of your powers, figuring out how to deal with your non-eruption and cool down from that. And I'm sorry, every time I want to say something other than eruption, that is the only word I can think of. I'm like, I know they said other things.
It's okay. It's fine.
So
we're all gonna have an eruption every day, all day, the rest of our lives.
I mean, if your eruption persists for more than 36 hours, you have to contact your doctor.
Yeah, just take it to a hospital.
Thank you for your understanding and humor. So I'm good with this scene with Georgie. If you have any remaining questions for Georgie, it does seem like you're all generally in agreement that you'd like to at least work things through, but you're keeping your head up and eyes on alert and not signing anything, not doing anything, and down the road line of like, yeah, I don't really care, whatever, give me stuff. So after Georgie leaves, he gives you, of course, his card and his contact details to all of you, lets you know that he'll be in touch. You also have Fitz's contact information. So if you want to talk to Fitz at any time, you can do so. Fitz can help you decide and determine and figure out what your powers are like, all those bits and pieces there. So you've got Fitz to help you with your powers. You've got Georgie to help you with the outside world and interactions thereon. And then you also have the contact details for Scott Blaze. Remember the Russian in the weird sunglasses? Austrian in the weird sunglasses. My accent was weak. The Transylvanian in the sunglasses.
It changes every time.
The Eastern European in the sunglasses. I think it felt Irish at one point. Nevertheless, Scott Blaze, he is your contact directly with kind of the FBI side of Project Utopia. So if you've got activity you want to do and you want to pursue some of these criminals that you have to do, there will be a scene with Scott Blaze soon where you're going to be dealing with that. But I think that'll be probably a game or two from now, because what I'd like to work on now is getting into that humanistic piece and trying to balance between who your character is as a person and who they are as a superhero. How does Pulse connect and meet with Leo? And I feel the best way to do that is to have him trapped in his community service overalls and talk to family members. So we will now turn to some of these remaining group scenes that we did one last game for Jess, and we'll go through for here. So the first order of this is for Leo, and the only person who shows up is Judith, which is played by Nat. So we're in a private boardroom where Judith has been set aside, and I'll let you all know, and I've told you all of this via email beforehand, but I'll let all the people who are watching know as we're wrapping up today's game session over the next 40 minutes with these remaining 4 scenes, that these individuals have been contacted by who they believe to be the government. If you want to know that it's Project Utopia or if it's the FBI specifically, you can say whatever you want. That'll be the truth for your character. And even could have just been the mayor's office. You've been sent to come in and meet with your loved one, in quotation marks, because that's just possibly the closest person they could get to come in and meet with them, because something happened to them this evening, and you could know what that is or not at your discretion. You could have seen the news, you could have seen it live, you could have seen something else along the way or read something, but you are definitely aware that something is wrong with your loved one. And I would like to also think, did this character know that this person was doing community service? So react maybe yes or no to that orange jumpsuit that they're wearing. So hopefully with that in place, I will turn things over to Nat, who's playing Judith, and tell us what is Judith doing in the boardroom when Leo is brought in?
She's very nervous type. She's moving around, fidgeting a lot. She's asked for 3 different forms of beverage in the time that she's waited. So she got a refill on her coffee and is just in general being a pain in the...
Does she have all 3 glasses still there from all her different... I love it. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
Yeah, she doesn't smoke, but she's about to ask for a cigarette just to, see if she can.
Cool. Probably.
Leonard.
Oh, hi, Miss Judith. How are you? What are you doing here?
I would be a lot better if the bathroom and 2 hadn't failed miserably. What do you...
I'm so sorry.
And I don't have you there to fix it. I'm just going out of my mind over here.
I'm sure I can get to it maybe tonight, maybe in the morning. Right now, I don't even know where my car is. I'm sorry. I got a lot going on.
So what's going on? Are you going to be able to pay rent?
Yeah. Probably. I don't foresee any problem.
Are you in jail?
Oh no. It's for community service. I'm not like an inmate. Look, it's on the back. It says community service.
Yeah, but when we did your background check, you weren't involved in anything. What's going on here?
It's no big deal. It's I don't think it even goes on your record. I'm clean. It's nothing to worry about.
I figured, do you have an animal in your residence that needs assistance?
Why? Did you smell something?
No. I mean, just come clean with me. If you have a pet and you didn't tell me about it, I just want to make sure it doesn't die in there and make a smell for everybody else.
Oh, goodness. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
I mean, there's a cat that I feed sometimes, but she lives outside. She just comes on the fire.
Oh, I know that one. I think I named her Miss Tibbetts. I feed her too.
Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name.
All right.
I'm so sorry to bother you. Did they were they rough getting you here?
No, they
Consistent?
They just wanted a bunch of questions answered, and I gave them as much information as I could about, I just try to stay out of your business. I don't go through your mail or anything. Like, that's not how I am,
What kind of information? Like, what were they asking?
You're just like, how long I've known you, and are you a good person? That kind of questions. I told him you're a good guy, quiet, clean, keeps to himself, does all these projects for me when I need help with the, I'm going to give you a little discount on your rents. So, you're safe with me. But I just wanted to make sure that you were okay and that, you could come back to living in your, because then I'd have to hire movers and, put your stuff in storage. And I'm just glad that you're not going to jail.
And hire a plumber.
I could, but my last experience, Leonard. Leonard, you remember. You had to come and fix it anyway. So why would I ask a plumber?
Yeah. And that was on 2-2. Is it the same guy?
He just, I don't know. I think he's got that girlfriend that flushes things that don't belong in the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah. The younger girl. Yeah.
Well, as long as you're okay. Do you have like family or anything that are going to come and stay? You Airbnb-ing or anything while you're out subletting?
Yeah, actually. My daughter Mandy, she just got to town today. She's going to be staying with me.
Okay, she's clean. She's not like one of those people that's be playing music at 11.
No, not at all. She's going to be a lawyer.
Oh, I see. That's great. My my cousin's a lawyer, and
oh yeah,
totally. Just proceeds to tell you everything about them. Okay, well, give me a call if you're not going to be in time to pay rent. Okay, I just need a little bit of a heads up on that. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I have this whole community service thing, and it is going to be tying up a lot of my time, but I should still be able to do everything.
Yeah, just send a check. Money order's better, but a check is fine.
All right. Thanks, Miss Judah.
You're looking really young, spry. Like a little bit of did you dye your hair?
No, not in my whole life.
Your beard? Do you use that just for men? Is that what happened here? You're looking kind of good. She's starting to kind of
thank you.
Like the eye.
And I will also remind Judith that when Leo said his daughter Mandy's going to come stay at the apartment, that was a lie.
Okay.
He started to say it like it was true, and midway through that sentence, that emotion crossed his face. He finished the sentence. He himself doesn't believe Mandy is coming to stay at the apartment.
I didn't notice at all because I'm so wrapped up in my own world.
The rent.
I'm just happy to hear he's got a daughter that's a lawyer. I've got that personality where gotta tell you, we just gotta have a conversation like adults over coffee and cake,
Yeah.
I just need to know every personal detail about Leonard.
I'm going to take out my wallet and show you the picture of Mandy that's for 4 years old.
Oh she's precious. Is she dating anybody?
I don't know. Nobody arrived with her.
My friend's son is just graduating as a doctor, and I think that they would get along together. A doctor and a lawyer. Can you imagine that kind of chemistry?
That sounds great.
We're going to segue off of that beautiful moment.
Love you both.
Oh, God. Thank you for that. We will now segue to one of the more complicated roles here as we move to Isabella, who is going to have a scene with 3 of her NPCs because they managed to get everyone here. That's right. Poor Leo only had one loved one, and it was the landlady who wanted the rent. That's the loved one that was willing to come. They couldn't get anybody closer.
Judith cares in her own way.
And she does. About the money. Whew. So, in this scene where Isabella walks into the boardroom, we have Carl playing not Alex. So I'll click that up here for you all. We have Nat playing Crystal again, so that'll be great to see Crystal come back this game. And we have Sarah playing Velma again, so we get to see a bit more of these characters after they were found on the news, are brought in to this boardroom, and all 3 of you are sitting there. I'm not really wearing this.
We'll just get used to it.
Yeah, I love the fact that she is. That she always has it on.
Forgot it.
Yeah. And Carl is playing Nana, and Sarah is playing Velma again. So the three of you, I don't know if the three of you know each other or not, but you haven't been here very long. The boardroom is set. There's room for like 8 people at this table. You're all wondering what really you're here for, but nobody's really told you anything. They've just said that Isabella would really appreciate having some close people in her life around her, and if you could wait, she'll be in a moment. She's just going through some last tests and discussions about the things that happened this evening. So I will let Velvet take the scene away. Actually, first, why don't the three of you, from Carl, then Natasha, then Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about these characters, how they're sitting and what they're drinking, so we get a feel for who they are in the scene.
Okay. So my character is an artist, formerly known as Alex. He is often nomichered as Not Alex. Or just artist. He fancies himself as a filmmaker as well as a sculptor.
They fancy themselves as.
They fancy themselves as a filmmaker, a sculptor, a painter. Most importantly, they are trying currently to work on a documentary about violence in schools, and was just talking to Isabella Sterling like the Silver about that this morning before all of this happened.
Okay, cool. Cristal like the champagne.
Sunglasses on. Actually, I can put my sunglasses on. Trying to look exceptionally cool. We're going to do that instead.
I love it. Head thing and sunglasses.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm sitting and I'm like, I'm sort of like trying to figure out if I know you guys, but I don't. But yeah, she's got on like kind of like a messy suit and sunglasses and looks put together despite looking sort of disheveled. And is just on her phone constantly. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Do I know you guys?
Of course, yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
I saw you. You're the friend of that friend that I saw that one time at Studio 64, right? Like.
Yeah, you were there. You were there when I hooked up with that guy about the skateboard.
Oh yeah, I've got a few skater friends that are great.
Yeah, I scored a great skateboard off a guy that I installed a pipe on, and I'm using it as a mount for my camera, man. It's awesome.
That's tight. So you're into filmmaking. See, I knew it. And who are you?
Oh, I'm
No, I meant this lovely lady. I think I know you too. Were you at one of Isabella's parties once?
Yes. My name is Valma. I am Isabella's landlady and fashion designer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no wonder I've seen you around. I've crashed there a few times. Yeah. Fashion, huh? Interesting.
Yes, you know that lovely hat that Isabella is always wearing? I designed it for her. She has graciously agreed to wear my designs out and let the people of the city see them.
Yeah, well, then we can talk about getting her into something better than that orange jumpsuit she was on TV. And I mean, it's kind of cool, but
orange
it doesn't go with the hat.
Her color. Orange is very much not her color.
Yeah. Well, like I think this is a great opportunity for us together. Now we, friends of Isabella, we could absolutely like maybe. I've got so many plans. Like people are just coming to me for like ideas and like wanting to know more about her. And I think that like it'd be cool if we like maybe like
compare notes.
I don't know, do like a YouTube video mashup and like make her go viral, you know? Like everybody would want to meet her. We could have a party where like she's like the centerpiece, you know?
Yeah.
What if we turned it into a docuseries?
Ooh, I like that idea.
You know, we could use the clubhouse at the apartments.
Yeah.
I think it's time for Velvet Isabella to come in.
I think in typical fashion, she's just gonna throw the boardroom doors open and hold out a finger for everyone to just, be cool until they slam behind her. And then she's gonna press her finger to her lips and do a short little montage as she just zooms around looking to see if there's like bugs or microphones under the table or in like the corners of the boardroom.
I'm like, what?
Oh man, I didn't even think of that. Like corporate espionage. We were already talking about our movie idea.
Oh shit.
Oh, we got.
Assuming there aren't any, or I just simply don't find them, then
You
she's
tell
gonna
me,
like.
how do you look for them?
I think I'm gonna use larceny and cunning
Okay.
because I'm shifty and I'm assuming they think the way shifty people think. So I'll know what they think shifty people think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm gonna roll. Sorry,
She's
my dice roller updated.
So smart.
Okay. I
Okay.
think your difficulty here is not hard. So you only need one success.
Ooh, that's 4.
That is a heck of a lot more. So you're quickly able to determine that there's just nothing in this room that would really provoke. There's not even a phone in this room. So there's no way a bug could really be put in here unless it was literally put into the walls themselves. So without any need for complications and stunts and all the other pieces that come with this, you are successful in determining there are no bugs in this room unless they are part of the construction of this room itself.
That's fair.
Is there
All
like
right.
a camera or like a computer with like a webcam?
There's nothing in this room.
Oh my god. Okay.
Then I'm gonna like Dukes of Hazzard, like butt slide as close to them as I can on the table.
Okay.
All right. Big moves. Big moves, everyone.
Yeah. What?
Isabella, sterling like the silver. Good entrance.
You should have caught that on your phone camera. Seriously.
Man.
You should start it right now. Inside information.
No, don't do it here. The feds might be weird about it.
Okay.
I'm okay. It's, a little green now.
The government came and got us. The government, honey.
You're
I mean,
famous.
it was kind of a matter of time, but
Yes, what they were saying. You are famous.
I saw a little bit on the ride over from the mayor. But
We
how
need
was
to
it? Do I
talk,
look good?
honey,
You met
about
the
this
mayor.
orange jumpsuit. It's not your color.
It wasn't my choice.
Yeah, you're famous. Like you're already on the internet and like blowing up so much. People are calling me, sending me your videos. And, like, do you like that name, The Edge? Because like we're early stages of like getting your name out there. We can absolutely like do some adjustments to that. I've got a friend that works in SEO that'd be happy to be like help you out if you want. We can get a website set up for you, YouTube channel. The works. We'll take care of it for you.
Perfect. You're the best. The edge works. The edge works.
There's some mixed marketing with the YouTube thing, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Maybe we'll like spell it with like a 3 instead of an E or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
lead
know.
speak.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty excited. So as opposed to like the normally kind of controlled burst that just the green fumes that spew out of her go, since she's so like stoked about all the big moves she's making. They're coming out like from the sides and just like barfing rainbow style, like when a dragon talks.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's definitely
That
off-putting.
is so weird, but it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's noxious because I'm kind of
I am
super
gonna
immune to stuff
step
now.
back a little bit for sure. I don't know, but like, does it have a smell or something? Like,
That's incredible.
Does it have a smell? I don't think so.
That's up to you. I don't make those determinations.
smells like unicorns and rainbows.
It smells
Delicious.
like teen
Basically,
spirit.
there you go. So, as you know, community service, they won't let me read to old people, but
What?
Oh man.
they're gonna make us go after all the other criminals that got powers too. So kind of
What?
like, yeah, it's some bounty hunting shenanigans.
Oh my
I think we're
God.
up for it. No, it's fine.
Is
Listen,
that safe?
It's,
Can we
yeah.
film it?
That's the question right there.
what'd you say? Sorry.
So listen, if you're gonna be going after these criminals, you're gonna need uniforms.
And
Oh.
a camera crew.
Precisely. I couldn't have put a better team together. So the way I'm looking at this is as an opportunity for all of us. This whole, apparently we catch these guys and that's the stint of our community service. So I'm looking at this as a resume building experience.
Yeah, it's just the start.
No,
Right, we
you're
just built a
starting your
foundation.
own company here, like this is the beautiful venture that we're starting on. We can get you signed up with crowdfunding,
We could
angel
have
investors.
That Edge boutique,
Yes.
where you help me design all of the clothes.
Guys, I've been on the ground floor of big stuff before. This is like the second most excited I've ever been. This is gonna be great.
What's the first most?
It turned out to not be that great.
So this is first most.
Yeah. Put it at the top of your list, man.
All right. It's
All the
now
way
at the
up.
top of my list.
Good boy.
Most excited I've been. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a new camera.
I'm like texting all my friends, like,
Take notes before I forget, but I think the brand, we gotta mesh both. I think that keeping compartmentalizing the identities, I think that's too much of a pain for me. I'm gonna lose track. So I think we just need to make both Sterling and Edge household names.
yes.
Maybe mesh them both in like
Sterling
Silver
and
Edge or something like that. We'll workshop it, but I think this is good for all of us.
Yeah, we'll start with trademarking your name and working on, again, I'm gonna put the website up today. Start you on maybe a Patreon so that we can get like vlogs with you specifically talking about your experiences, because that's what's really hot right now. Then we'll talk about podcasts, documentary, like we're talking about like getting that started, because that's going to be huge, especially if I don't want to like be like cynical or anything, but you might die. But if you die, you should
No,
die.
I don't die. I can grow back.
What?
Like I've been hit by 2 cars.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Today?
Did anybody film that?
Maybe? No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But that's fine though, because I just grow back.
Can we hit you with a car like voluntarily, like so that we can get it on camera?
I don't have my car.
I mean, I'd rather you did it. My nerves are still intact, but you know what? If that happens during the course of our superheroing, just make sure you catch it.
Okay. Well, you need to keep us updated on your location so that we can send somebody with a camera. I'll get a crew together that can be like pretty flexible, but we just give us as much notice as possible so we can like make sure that we're getting you live on your own feed. And then of course, we'll work out the cut of that, but it's going to go to you. We're focusing on you, girl. You.
Thank you all so much. And Vilma, absolutely. You have like design rights to everyone's costumes. Don't tell anyone else, but catch their good sides too. I think we want to lift everyone up with this operation, but right now they're dealing with a lot of stuff, so I don't know if they're thinking big picture.
And honey, don't worry about your apartment. I'm gonna have the guys come up and fix it for you for free, no charge.
Velma, you're a gem. I think for a bit I have to stay here just because I think they're gonna make sure that there's no more weird stuff going on, that I don't turn like a darker shade of green, or that my like vapors are noxious to like normies. So we'll see, but I'll keep you all in the loop.
I mean, at the moment, your apartment isn't really very livable because it got flooded, and when that explosion happened, I called 911, but they just weren't coming. They weren't coming. I couldn't get a hold of them, so you can't really move in right now anyway. So it's probably for the best that you have to stay here until I get it fixed. Which I'm gonna get it fixed, and if I don't, then I'll upgrade you.
Don't even worry about that. It's okay. Once this is over, we'll have enough money for everything.
You could probably buy your own house in LA of all places. Oh my God. Can you imagine not having to rent? It's going to be so lit.
Velvet, how aware is Isabella of how much these three loved ones see your own rise to stardom as ways for their own success, as a path for their own development?
Isabella's very aware, as she's counting on it.
Okay. Cool. How has that, because Isabella's always been aware of this, because you've all been equals. Like when one's fame is generated, everybody else's fame grows, but you all see, all three of these people definitely seem to be in your life because there's this mutual need to feed off of each other. How much of Isabella has changed in the last day with these other four people that see Isabella as a person who's like trapped like they are? How much of Isabella has grown that from this sort of relationship here you've got in this room, in this boardroom here with these three people who are your loved ones in this life, especially with Mama Rose not here?
I think it's an extremely different vibe without Mama Rose. Because with Mama Rose, it is a very close and it's a very maternal and sort of unconditional thing. Like, I think, with the three folks here, it's very much like, we're all in the gutter looking up at the star, and we kind of know what like the grift is. We know what the deal is.
Yeah. Okay. And how much these three will definitely use you to build on their own success?
Oh, I think as much as they can. But there's kind of like that understanding.
Yeah. No, I like this interesting dynamic that's built here from these three people that Isabella once considered family, and how different this sort of family is compared to that found family of the Fab Five that we now have. That's the thought I want to leave this scene on, because I think this scene was great, but we have limited time, and I'd like to move on to our next scene. And I thank you three very much for what was very plot driven.
We're your entourage now. You have an entourage.
Oh my God. When you described, like, let's just get the camera out and have a car hit you right now. I was like, yep, that's the kind of friends these are.
Sorry.
It
was an idea.
It was the best of ideas. Okay, so we're moving on. We've got 2 left, and then we're done for the night. It's 10 to midnight, so hopefully we can get this rolling. We are now moving on to Sarah, where she'll be playing Samantha again, and Velvet is going to be playing Dr. Randolph. I'm saying these things out loud so everyone has time to get them loaded up, and also so that I can change the overlay so everyone can see blue means NPC, orange means that you're playing your character. So Nat will be playing Regina. I'm excited for. Carl is playing Liz again. Oh, that's good. I love that I got all these interviewees because we have not seen enough of Liz at all. Oh, Liz is here. This is going to be great. And Dr. Randolph is played by Velvet, and that is an interesting relationship as well. So let's see what this looks like. These are definitely loved ones, aren't they? Holy. Yeah, so Sarah will take that off. There we go. So, Nat, Regina is the first to arrive. She's sitting there. There's like a big thing, a pitcher of water, and there's like 5 glasses around. Liz arrives shortly thereafter. Are Regina and Liz aware of each other, given that they're both at the same school?
I don't think so. I think she's not in my department.
I agree.
Perfect. That's great. You might be familiar, like
yeah,
you might
but I
don't know each other.
You
Perfect.
know.
And Dr. Randolph is not known to either of these two people. Is that right? Sarah? Sam? Sarah? Samsara?
Liz may have heard of them, but not Regina.
Okay, perfect. So 3 strangers sitting in a room together. There's very little talk, very quiet, because there's little connection here between the 3 of you, and you're not there for very long before Samantha enters. Can you just describe your character, your relationship to Samantha, and also the physicality of how you're sitting at the table? And we'll go left to right, so Nat, then Carl, then Velvet.
Short bob, glasses, very put together, very stiffly sitting, uncomfortable, but dealing. And, just, yeah, very reserved but you can kind of see her face light up a lot when Sam comes in.
Liz is dressed like she's well put together. She looks socially uncomfortable, but physically relaxed, as is the result of a lot of painkillers.
And cold. Always cold. I feel like Liz is one of those people who's always complaining that it's cold. Given that you're wearing a toque and a scarf. And a beard.
The ultimate face warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Want to describe Dr. Randolph for us there, Velvet?
So Dr. Randolph is a pretty thin, older woman, kind of wiry. She sits comfortable, but it's a quiet sort of comfortable and confident, like, because she's a therapist, very little you can say will unnerve her. But she looks tired. She's got the very pointy glasses with like the string so that it doesn't fall off her face. And she kind of has those eyes of like a shark that just smelled blood. Like, she looks kind of dainty, but like she sees everything.
Cool. Perfect. Sarah, have Sam enter the scene however you would like.
Okay, so Sam is just they're gonna tell her that this is the room where her people are. So she's gonna kind of trepidatiously enter the room and then just like kind of close the door and lean back on it.
I'm going to stand up and uncharacteristically come and hug you, if that's all right.
Yeah, she's like very into that hug.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're okay.
It is so good to see you. Oh my God.
There. I hope they're taking care of you here. I've been so worried about you.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Liz.
I'm gonna stand back and kind of.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Gosh, you're looking different.
How so?
I don't think I've ever seen you in orange.
At least not bright orange.
Yeah.
It,
How you been?
Weird. How have you been, Liz?
Oh, I'm recovering. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
From addiction?
From I don't like to bring it up, but from the car accident.
Yeah, I know. You seem a little off. Are you okay?
I mean, I haven't seen you in like a really long time, and like we were like really close, and then I was in the hospital, and like you never came to see me or anything. And it's been really weird, and I hurt a lot.
Really sorry.
But you're here now, and I'm here now thanks to the really nice government people that brought me to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that is a thing that happened, and
Yeah, I was on the news.
do you need some coffee?
Okay.
I'm gonna poke my head out and go, because it's very awkward in here right now, and I'm just gonna give her a pat on the shoulder and go, maybe peek my head out, ask for coffee.
You get coffee, you're like right away. Bam.
Okay. Yeah. Coffee here, and I give it to Liz.
Do you offer Samantha coffee as well?
Yes, of course.
Does your hand accidentally touch Samantha's hand in the passing of coffee?
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, very touchy-feely and very, she was in community service here. She's been very busy. Don't take it personally, Liz. I don't want to intrude on this conversation, but I think we have more important things to, discuss right now.
Yeah, it's
and
been
I
a good day.
offer coffee to Dr. I don't know who you are, but nice to meet you. I'm Regina.
Dr. Randall, it's great to see you. I wasn't expecting you to be here. I'm really glad that you came.
I live to serve. I don't normally make house calls, but given the unusual nature of the events, the local law enforcement saw fit to consult me. But by all means, carry on. We can discuss the community service, among other things, at our next session. And it's lovely to meet both Liz and Regina. And I've just been taking furious notes this entire time.
I'm assuming you're her therapist. I know you can't really. I'm so glad that you're here. This is probably breaking some kind of patient-doctor confidentiality thing, but I do think you need this support right now, Samantha.
It's okay. Like, Dr. Randall is like a friend more than a therapist.
Okay. So I don't know about anybody in this room, but I'm hearing your voice very loudly in my head, and
I'm really sorry about that. Every time I guess it like vibrates the bones in your head. It's the sound wavelength that I talk on now. I can't really explain it.
What? Samantha, are you talking?
Yes. Is there anything else that's come up? Like I know that you've been on the news. I've been so busy, I haven't seen anything. But do you have anything else? Like,
they're calling me Mesmer.
okay.
Somebody said that I don't know. It was in one of the headlines that I spoke directly into their brain, and yeah. So they named me Mesmer.
Okay. Do you have like super strength or?
Well, I'm really, really good with my brain. Like.
Oh, well, that's really, pretty useful.
Really good.
Liz,
Kind
you're
of
still
a-
not hearing anything. It's just the one side of the conversation. I think Dr. Randolph's getting everything, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
But Liz is like cut out of like half the conversation. Poor Liz.
Oh, Liz.
Oh, Liz.
Are you ignoring me on purpose?
No. No, Liz. I'm really not.
Okay. That's weird. I hear your voice like in my skull, like you're inside me.
I'm not in. Oh my god. I'm so not inside you.
Phrasing.
It's just a sound wavelength that I speak on a different wavelength than everyone else, and people hear it through the bones in their head instead of in my ears.
Okay.
Liz, do you need some medical attention at all, or you okay? You feeling faints?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm fine. I brought
Okay.
medicine.
Okay.
Yeah, I took some recently. It's fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
Are you taking that medicine as directed?
Yep, as needed.
Huh.
All right. Yeah, so they want me to go and round up a bunch of like super powered criminals now.
What?
And they said that they'll commute the rest of my community service if I just bring them in. Like apparently there was a bus full of convicts across the road from us that all got superpowers and they
my
escaped
goodness.
and they want us to go get them.
I don't know if I'm hearing this correctly. They want you to. What kind of people are community service? That's above your pay grade, honey. I don't want to be that person, but you should not take that deal. That's horrifying. They should just let you read to old people.
Well, they won't let us read to old people. They want us to pick up trash on the side of the highway.
That is a much better use of your time
Or
than
track down criminals.
Yeah,
That's a really wide
so look,
gambit.
if we get these guys in like the next week, then I don't have any more community service and I can get back to my dig site.
You're putting your life on the line. That's not worth
Okay,
it.
so not really, because I kind of heal a little fast now.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Okay.
And
Well,
I like blow things up with my brain.
yeah, I blow things up with your brain. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
So
All
if
of
they
this
get
is
close,
new to
I could just like mind blast them away.
wow. Okay, that's great.
I could just be like, "You're too close," kapoof, like Jean Grey or something. Like I feel like an X-Man. It's weird. You want to know what the screwed up thing is? If I take off this stupid orange jumpsuit, it all goes away.
I'm sure that must be some sort of scientific explanation for that. I mean, you were wearing it when things happened, right?
Well, yeah, like the turquoise sludge came over me and like turned our community
Ugh.
service person into goo and like made the old guy shoot lightning and turned the one girl into diamonds and the other girl has like a metal hand and then that one girl's like all green now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What,
I'm
the
glad-
jumpsuit? What about the jumpsuit? What's Samantha saying?
Oh, Liz. Honey, I think your mom needs you.
Liz, you didn't drive here, right?
No, some people brought me.
Okay, we're gonna
We'll
make
have
sure that
someone
you.
take her home.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Well, as little stress as you just don't worry about school. Don't worry about your dissertation. You're gonna be fine. I suggest considering maybe not going after these criminal types, but now that you've gone through these changes. I know you're going to need time to really work them out. So
Did she say she's safe?
yes, Liz.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
What do you mean why? Why am I safe? Because I'm smart and I know how to take care of myself.
To go after the criminals.
Well, I have a team. I won't be working by myself, and they're going to give us any equipment that we need. So I'll have armor.
Okay. You are really smart. You always were. I'm glad that you're really successful today. I'm glad one of us is moving forward.
Yeah, you should be too, Liz.
I have a really great therapist that's not the one in the room. If you need- They do drug counseling too, I hear. So, you know. Sorry, never mind.
So yeah, I don't even know what to do from here. I don't know where to go from here. I know they're gonna keep us for a few days, I think. Just in case anything else happens. And then I guess they'll let us go. But
Do you think if I tried on the suit, it would fix my arm?
no, but I could get the old guy to zap you with some lightning and it might.
Cool. Dr. Randolph, I want you to walk over, say something extremely smart and pithy and important to Samantha, and we'll close out this scene.
I'll just walk over very casually, and then next to her, I'll just tap my pocket watch and be like, I think our time's up, Samantha.
Damn.
Oh, cold as ice.
Well, our time is up as well tonight. We will get to the last round of Loved Ones next time for Ash and those people Ash considers closest to them in life. I'm Kyle. I will pass it around to my players for one last re-intro to let you know what they're up to next, and then I'll say our goodnights.
Again, I'm Nat. You can find me at Ashes for Foxes and listen to my podcast at Metamachina, Metamashina. If you like Rey and Kylo from Star Wars, that's also on there. Halo Reylo, HeyloReylo.
Hi, I'm Carl. Carl Jordan. You can find me on Twitter as RPG Carl. You can find me lurking around Twitch and other related platforms as Just a Carl. I am here every Tuesday night. I am on We Are Nerdsmith every Wednesday night. I'll be there no, I will not be there tomorrow because we're taking the week off for Thanksgiving. I'll be there next week doing a City of Mist noir crime fighting with superpowers show, and the cast is amazing.
Hi everybody, I'm Sarah. I play Samantha. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Aranel. You can find me on Twitch at Ars Mythica, and you can find me here every Tuesday playing Samantha in the coolest game on the internet, community service Aberrant.
Thank you for staying, everyone. I've been Velvet Divine. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. You can find me here every Tuesday, as well as on Flight Risk, Stories of a Broken Sun, and I suggest that you binge What the Force is Fangirls in preparation for the Rise of the Skywalker coming out.
And I always can conclude with a bit of thanks. First, thanks Onyx Path for giving us a forum to jump in and play some superhero live drama sort of. I'm just trying to go for an ABC family type TV show feel. I hope I'm pulling that off as we explore what it means to be in the world of Aberrant. We're not making a ton of Trinity 2.0 tests, but trust me, the system is great. Go find it. It's a drive-through RPG. And back their latest product, which is Mummy. It is on Kickstarter right now. It's a great, fun game. I've never gotten to play it. I've read it a ton. Really want to play it someday. nudge, nudge, wink, wink, 2020, let's get some mummy. So thank you so much to Onyx Path. Hey, and if you're there in chat or you're listening to this on YouTube down the road, thanks for checking us out. I'm at Tavern Tales DM on Twitter, and I'd love to get a follow or a mention if you've heard this on YouTube. This is our 7th game, and we're driving towards our finale, which is game 11, the last day of 2019, the last Tuesday that is in 2019. And I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for these lovely players in front of me. These 4 people have decided to trust me with a story and with their characters as we're pursuing this crazy superhero unfolding dramatic event, and I'm trying very hard to make it as personal and as related to the moments that you don't get to see in the TV show. You don't get to see or read in the comic book. These are the things that happen behind the scenes, and I'm trying to play those up to show just how difficult it is to be more than human in a human world. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to do that, you guys. You're just wonderful people. Community service is called thus because if you are part of a community, be of service to that community. Go out, do some volunteerism. Go out, save an elderly person. Go out, read to the elderly. Apparently that is the most important thing, and all my players want to talk about. The subtitle of this show is now called Community Service. I just want to read to the elderly.
I don't want to put my life in mortal danger. I want to read to old people.
We can just read to Leo.
So yes,
yeah,
but he's not going to be an old person anymore.
Not for long.
We'll read to his 3 brothers, Raph, Don, and Mike.
Oh my goodness. So be of service to each other, be of help, and we'll see you here next week. Thanks for your time.
You.
In the words of Walter Concrete, it's time to hit the pavement.